Ladies and germs, the time has come. The long anticipated Dirt Series from 3 Wide Racing. They're bringing you the Sprint Car Series tonight, the Drive for Suicide Prevention. Coming from Volusia Speedway. In the booth tonight, we got Matt Kingston, we got Trey Landry, and we got the ever beautiful Thomas Morris. Gentlemen, I'm not even going to ask.
Aw, but we were waiting on it. We're doing fine, though, by the way.
Fantastic.
All right,
This'll be a show.
Matt, Trey, are we ready to sling some mud here?
Yeah, let's get it on.
Surprise, surprise. Look who's starting on the front row for this heat. Our two guys from last night, Cameron Rich and Peter Short.
Yeah, it's no surprise. They've been fast in every series here in 3 Wide, and they're fast in the dirt cars.
The pace truck will be coming off this time, so we'll be letting them go loose after a more quick little circuit around this very short mile track.
See if I could run through this real quick. They're going to have 2 heats here. I believe 15 laps each apiece. Caution laps will not count. Your first heat is the inside row. Your second heat will be the outside row. This will not determine the starting order. It would determine the field, but only 19 cars here tonight, so no one's going to go home. This is pretty much just for fun until we get to qualifying after the 2 heats.
Yay.
I believe Carlos is going to take the pace truck in this time and hand it over to Peter Short. And we are green, boys. First dirt race of the year.
And they're already wrecking.
Yeah, so we got a couple of flipping there in the back. Not sure who that was.
Oh, and wreck it again. And
Caution
after
reserved.
that, caution's out.
It's like maybe Johnny Thomas and Fredericks came together.
Yeah. Thomas Frederick had hard contact with the outside wall there off of the front of the 83 of Johnny Thomas.
Let's believe Johnny said he hit a bump, or it looks like he maybe just got loose and hooked into him there.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to run these cars. We tried it before, and it's a big learning curve.
Yeah, it's different, Matt. We all know that. It's not like asphalt where you kind of say, I'm going to point my car here and it's going to stick there. In dirt, you might point it at an apex and it might slide out to the wall. You're just never really sure about what you can control there.
For sure, Thomas.
Would it be the first? It's the first race. I'm sure there's going to be some bugs and a little sliding, beating, and banging. As I said, these heats don't really mean a lot for these guys tonight since no one's going to go home. It's just kind of, it gives you a little extra practice time to race around people. Really, that should be a help.
Oh, and we got Wes Hurd in chat. It's like, what's up, guys?
It's like you heard the word dirt, Trey, and he's like, dirt? Dirt? Where's dirt?
So lights out on the pace truck. So 1 lap to go before we try this again.
Believe only called one lap for that, so we still have 14 to go.
Yeah, the caution laps do not count, so yes. Thomas Frederick starting in what? That's P3?
Believe so. Interesting.
See if the outside wall contacts and hurt his car any.
As long as you get the wing on her, she should still be all right. Looks like we're back to green here again. Peter Short gonna get the jump once again.
Johnny Thomas got wicked off at the outside wall there and almost hooked him in the back into Fredericks again.
In case anyone's wondering, these are 360 sprint cars, so not quite the big house of the 410s, but still got some pep in them.
And you're seeing the track right now, it's quite well worn in. This is just from what we had in practice. So see some slick spots and some spots where you don't want to be.
Yeah, I believe, although Cameron Rich is going to make me a lie here, I thought the top would be the way around, but he's making that bottom work.
He's hooking so close to that you can see how bumpy it is there, guys, on the front stretches. The cars just look like they're dancing.
It's like the front stretch from Sebring.
Yeah.
Frederick's making the move now.
Nice and clean, but he's lost momentum, makes a little bit of contact with Peter Short and Johnny Thomas.
Well, I would say fenders, but there's no fenders. A little Nerf bar bump in there.
These cars are a lot stronger than their open wheel counterparts on the asphalt side of the IndyCar and the F1 car. all those kinds that can take a little bit of a beating, but you don't want to abuse it too much.
Yeah, they get that, I guess, the dirt beating effect you can have on them. Yeah, they do tend to flip pretty easy, though.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Rich, oh, got another yellow. Looks like we've got Ray's Clark and Teddy Williams who are on their side off of turn 2 there. They
Ooh.
were.
Oh, Ray's Clark
Sure.
took a digger from that there's a little access road there that goes out. He just drove straight into it. We got
Oh
bounced.
my!
That's a hard lick there.
Wow! Wow! Well, they're done for the night in the heat at least, so they'll have to sit out and watch the rest of it.
Hope that doesn't happen in the race.
That's a pretty good last lap move if you need it, though. Just push that guy out into the access road.
Yeah, see you later, and they're done. They can't even complain about it.
I'm surprised he hit so hard he didn't throw him out, throw him back out into, how it'll reset you when you kind of head out the track. Much like
He
we did at Le
can,
Mans when you wrecked me outside the fence.
Yeah, you balanced me on top of a fence, so I think we're even.
8 to go, I believe he said on this time. 8 to go.
And if you're wondering why there's no ticker or anything, it's because this is a practice session room currently, so you can't actually see where people are running.
Yeah, they use practice to run their heat races. Pretty creative. I'm sure they're going to try and work it as the season goes along. Like we said, first race for them, so they'll sort out all the bugs and tweak anything they need to tweak. Except the tweakers, they can just go home.
Yes. Yeah, we do have a 55 on track here. Thomas Fredericks. I think that's along the same lines, is it not, Thomas Morris?
I missed that while I was reading chat.
Yeah, it wasn't important. But we're going green this time.
Woo! At least the pace truck driver is giving out instructions and not just kind of like, hey, I'm going.
I do believe that 55 is running a tribute scheme.
Oh. Elaborate, Trey.
Oh, I can't.
Now you see Fredericks trying to work in the high side, everybody else down to the bottom. Johnny Thomas like underneath him. Peter Short trying to battle Cameron Rich back for that lead.
Ooh, a little
Touches
too
that
hard
wall
there.
Yeah.
You can see, Matt, that dry line a little bit already forming right, I wouldn't say the center, a little below the center, but you can see it starting to dry up, I guess. You can maybe want to keep your right rear out of it as they're kind of getting in it. Maybe get you a little too loose, though.
Yeah, that's very true. I know from my experience here, I never like getting into that dry stuff. Johnny Thomas
5 to go.
into third there. Jeffrey Creed putting Fredericks under fire.
It's interesting. I mean, you don't really 19 cars in total. We got 9 or 10 out for this first heat, so not enough cars to probably really get it super worn in a heat, but it maybe gives you an idea where to head for the main event.
And they will be cleaning the track for the race.
I think they reset to what, 30% in qualifying?
I believe so.
Leave it alone.
10%, I want to say, Thomas.
Oh, it's a number. Numbers are hard.
2 to go.
It's like Cameron Rich trying to pretty much hold off Peter Short there.
White flag.
Peter Short got a nice run there through 1 and 2.
Not going to be enough, though. So Cameron Rich didn't get her done last night, but he gets the first heat win of the year here in 3 wide. Looks like we had Cameron Rich, Peter Short. I'll be honest, I kind of lost them
Fredericks
from there.
third, I think, and Johnny Thomas fourth.
Yeah,
And
Thomas
Jeffrey Creed fifth.
Fredericks. Yeah, there you go. Matt's on it tonight.
Give it time.
So that was heat 1. I believe they're all going to line up and side cycle in as Fredericks can't seem to figure out how to get single file.
Well, it's can't get on pit road either. Must be that 55 he's running.
It's always looking for a new level to get high in different places there. As the admin is setting the order, I'm not really sure why, but they're going to confirm the finishing order.
Oh, so Wes says another series that we're familiar with is going to go to dirt as well.
Oh. As Kevin Rich takes that car straight to the wall, says good win. Shameless plug, huh, Wes? Well, I mean, we've covered
Oh.
PRN on this before. It's pretty good.
Here and here, the top 5 in the heats get points.
Oh. So that was a nice little battle then for Johnny Thomas to try and get around Thomas Fredericks. That's a lot of Thomases.
Almost too many.
Oh, you can never have enough Thomases. I mean, come on. Thomas the Train can get in here. Now, the trick lining up for these heats is to line up without hitting people, because you are solid objects on the track.
All right, this.
So in this, if I'm good with math, should have Kyle Hanshaw, Sam Close, Kevin Finn, Wade Lear, Drew Eisenman, Corey Lindsay, Richard Hines, Paul Ross, Rusty Webb are your Heat 2 runners. Well, Heat 1 went fairly smooth. Only, what, 2 cautions?
Yeah, wasn't too bad in 15 laps. It's
Only 1 death?
Yeah. We lost Race Clark there on that one, I do believe, boys.
All right, so they're going to line them up here again, do the same thing we just saw. So see if we got any more experienced dirt guys here or not. I know a couple of these guys have been practicing. I believe Kyle in the 46 has been practicing pretty hard for dirt. I've been keeping up with Chad. Anybody else? I've kind of gotten behind.
Westford, as I was just plugging that PRN's getting dirt soon, and 8 race season in it. So.
Cameron Rich said that was the most fun thing he's done in his life. I don't know. You're pretty young.
And you'll enjoy the race even more. And now Westford says he's liking the format. It's interesting and very difficult, but it's enjoyable, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how fun it would be if you had maybe a 80 car dirt field and you had to do heats. It might get a little complicated, but yeah, so far it's been pretty smooth. Got 2 laps of pacing here. Gonna be green here, so even the pace laps are quick here, boys.
That's a benefit. Hardest thing is trying to click through the field and you get stuck on the people that are still
yeah,
on
you
pit
get stuck
road.
on the pit lane cars. All right, here we go, boys. But it's gonna hand it to Kyle. I believe he'll be your technical pole sitter there. And green flag's out, boys. Ooh, a little contact in turn 1 there.
Oh, things getting a little bit dicey back there too.
So far, so good though. Made it further than the first heat.
Oh, Drew Eisman touched the inside wall and be almost 3 wide there off the turn 4. Still working on it here. Ooh, Wade Lear into the inside wall again.
Somebody's sawing on it back there. They're not the good kind of sawing either.
Kevin Finn almost bought the farm on that. Him and Sam Post battling position there.
I know you like this track, Matt, when you kind of practice here, but this is not a track I could get a hold of. It's something I just never figured out about Volusia.
Yeah, if this is a different track, I know some people say, "Oh, all the dirt tracks same size." No, Volusia and Eldora are two totally different beasts. This one's I find it's a bit more difficult than Eldora for sure. But one track you did like was Williams Grove there, Thomas. I know.
Well, I'm sure that'll be on the schedule as well. It's like a dirt Martinsville.
Sidecar slow there in the front stretch, and
Caution
yellow
is
is out.
out for him. That would be Paul Ross in the 18. Looks like he's done for this heat.
Oh, he
Ooh,
had some contact there with Corey Lindsay, and Paul Ross hit the
teammate.
side wall and rolled around to the side for a little bit and did a freaky flip because
Oh,
physics.
the physics flip. Oh, I say teammate. I don't know if he's actually on Team Blurry. He might still be with 3OG this week. Sorry, I don't have all my dirt knowledge up to par yet. I know Corey Lindsay moved from 3OG to Blurry Racing because his pictures are blurry. That's kind of funny. Play off his team name. I'm just like, well, my pictures are blurry anyway. So. Hashtag Photoshop.
Add some grain there, Thomas.
Wow. Oats or rye? Hey yo. Corny farming jokes.
Johnny Thomas comes in the chat, says, "Them bumps by the grandstand hurt." And Cameron Rich follows up with, "They about ripped the wheel out of my hands." Well, yeah, they look pretty, they look like a few decent-sized ruts.
But the good news is for Cameron Rich, he won't need a shifter if it rips it out. So.
Very true.
See what I did there? I used previous knowledge to set up a joke.
I don't think Cameron Rich would appreciate that, Thomas.
Well, he won his heat, so I don't think it matters.
10 to go as we take the green here, I believe is what our official said here.
Yep, 10 to go, coming to the green this time. Pretty much Kyle led all those laps so far. See if he can
Drew
do it
Eisman
again.
starting on the outside, see if we can get a decent little run here. He's looking good earlier. There they go.
Now, we think it's hard to do restarts on asphalt, Matt. It's 10 times harder on dirt to try and judge when that guy goes.
Oh, yeah, and especially if you miss it, that whole line's behind you is just going to be...
Eisman to the inside, though.
I don't know if the inside's the way to go, but it looked like it was in the other
Looks
piece.
like it. I believe he made it work there.
New leader for the first time this evening of Drew Eisman taking the point from Kyle Hanshaw.
Made it look pretty easy, really. Just rolled that bottom and got right behind. Now he's going to try and run the middle up to the high side a little bit.
Sam Close is moving pretty good there, along with Wade Lear.
Yeah, looking to get to the front here.
He's trying to make the move here on Kyle Hanshaw. Might be able to make it happen. He's got the shortest way around the track. Hanshaw's having a good run, though.
Have to get that power slide in turn one there, maybe.
Hanshaw goes high, loses it a little bit there. That's going to lose all of his momentum.
Ooh, little bump
Trouble
there, though,
behind
from
there.
behind. 5 to go. That time they saved it. No harm, no foul there, but it cost a lot of time to Kyle and I believe and Sam Close there. Yeah, both lost a lot of time to Wade.
Wade Lear is there on Drew Eisman pretty well here. He's running really nice there in that middle to low line. Oh, Eisman screws up a little bit.
He's running the dry line. I thought that would not be the line you want to take. Shows what I know in dirt.
Yeah, I always try to avoid that when I was playing around there.
Looks like he's going to try and swing a high line here, maybe get some momentum into one.
See, that whenever Eisman does that in the front stretch, he loses a lot of momentum. He gets real sideways there. So.
Yeah.
And Wade Lear to the point now. New leader again.
I know it looks like it's just... Eisman tries to go back under. It looks like you just slide him in there sideways, but it's actually not. You got to keep that thing fairly straight to keep her going.
What I found is you want to keep the wheel as straight as possible coming through those corners because it's going to make you quick up off. And Drew Eisman shoots underneath of Wade Lear again to make the clear. I think so.
Almost, as we take the white flag this time. Actually, an intense battle for the heat win here.
Wheeler should
Wait,
have a nice run up.
huge run there. See if we can get a bite of the cushion, maybe. I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh, Eisman goes up the track. He's
Eisman
gonna
gets
run
the
too
win.
late.
Boy, that track was coming in there for that heat. The highlight was actually coming
Yeah.
in.
So I think the results there: the 77 Drew Eisman, Wade Lear, Kyle Hanshaw in third, Sam Close in fourth, and Richard Hines in fifth.
Yes. So those are your top 5 getting points.
That's a good way you want to start the dirt season here for the Drive for Suicide Prevention. Get those points in the heats and then move on to the race and try to get some more.
Well, we've seen just like in the NASCAR side, stage points and stuff. All that stuff adds up over a season.
It does for sure, because you don't even have to win races now. All you do is
Well, it doesn't
finish
hurt.
well in your heats. Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but finish well in your stages, sorry, and you're looking pretty decent.
So those were just 15 laps, boys. We're gonna get ready to strap them down and do 40 in a row. So that should be pretty interesting. You're gonna see fuel burn off. These cars get faster and faster as the fuel burns off, and actually get a little, I don't want to say hairy, but they get a little light in the loafers, maybe, Matt.
They sometimes do try to kill you.
That's
Oh,
true.
well.
Tony Stewart said that before. So.
Ooh.
All right then.
That wasn't even a Kevin Ward joke.
Yes, it was.
Don't even try to cover that
sprint
up.
cars try and kill you.
I mean, if it gets light in the loafers, I mean, you got to watch out for Thomas Fredericks. I think he's the man to beat. I saw him in his Rompum driver suit walking up and down pit road. So
Nobody wants to see that. Well, lucky for any of the guys that got some damage here, they get to reset them and rack them back up as they get ready to qualify.
Yep, now they get to qualify, and you get to set the grid, and then pray that you can, if you didn't figure out anything in the heats, pray you can figure it out here in 40 laps. I think it's still, I don't know if you guys are still amazed, but this time last year, I think everyone was like, dirt, that's never going to come to iRacing. They'll never get it done. Yet, here it is. And it worked pretty much right off the bat. I mean, a few bugs here and there, but nothing to keep you from actually racing on the dirt.
yeah, the iRacing, iRacing did a great job rolling out this build with dirt. It's like one time when the week it came out, I saw like 8,000-9,000 racers online at one time, and never a hiccup. So kudos to them for pulling it off.
Yeah, I gotta say, Trey, I was incredibly surprised when we never had a major server crash from it, because in previous builds we've always seen there was sometimes issues with release.
And we have begun qualifying, and I'll tell you in chat, Kevin Finn, Trading Paints is not being very cooperative with some of these cars tonight. Even on my end, I'm not getting everybody's paint loaded.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Because I know Johnny Thomas has a pretty good looking car, and it is not loading.
Peter Short lays down a blistering time, Matt Hackathorn now, blistering time of 2:02, 14:202.
Wow, yeah, that beats the practice time by a tenth. 2
Kyle
tenths now.
Hanshaw,
Ooh, wow.
197. That is flat flying, man, around this joint.
The dirt slinger.
Yeah.
No, now you're
Regional
just
pulsar.
now to our viewers watching that's wondering, well, they just run heat races. Why are they doing qualifying? Qualifying actually sets the order of the field, so your qualifying lap does matter.
Yeah, you ran your heat races to get your points. We'll call them stage points, I guess, or heat points. Oh boy, we got more points. Heat points. Hashtag heat points.
Patent pending there, Thomas? Or?
No, you can have it if you want.
Perfect.
I really like that. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
You probably had something more important. I'll jump in
No.
after. All right, Wade Lear backing up his good heat effort there. Gets a 5th place qualifying spot right now with a 14.240.
No, I was just gonna say that some you comment on iRacing about is getting this dynamic track. You look at that camera shot that our producers got up right now. You can definitely see the groove in the racetrack, and I think that's a pretty cool aspect of dirt.
Yeah, and just to clear anything up for anybody that has not tried dirt yet that's watching, I parked my sprint car or my late model at the turn 2 wall one time. Just spun my tires, and I literally made a huge dirt pile. We're in the center of that corner. Kyle Hanshaw, I believe, got the pole there. Everybody has taken a time that had to take a time.
I believe you are correct, Matt. As Kyle Hanshaw looks to be the pole sitter, Matt Hackthorne will be starting P2.
Those are some quick lap times there, Trey. They are moving. Just waiting here till qualifying is over. I think we have one more minute, and we'll be getting these guys gridded up. There's 19 cars to do that'll be taking the grid
19?
tonight. 19?
Yeah, sorry, my Discord froze, so
That's a good time.
makes it hard to talk when it won't let you talk. So who do we end up with a pole? Kyle still stole the pole there? That's a hot lap.
That is quick, and I got in the old OCR TV cutaway car before this event, and best I hit was a 3, so
Well, they're only going to get faster from there, as we know, Matt. So
that's the thing about dirt also. The tires don't wear, and the gas burns off, and you just go a little bit too fast for comfort, so
yeah, I haven't ran a full fuel tank here, but I can judge off Eldora, and it just got scary fast. And like you said, no wheel inputs in it, and that was just pretty much running race runs by ourselves, Matt. Imagine trying to race for a win here.
yeah, that would just be obscene, I would imagine. All right,
Looks like we're gridding them up, aren't we? Got the official Chevy Silverado. And like we mentioned, Kyle Henshaw going to start on the pole with a 14.19, known as outside Matt Hackathorn with a 14.20.
Starting in the 3rd position, we have the 33 of Peter Short. 4th is Isotech teammate, the 17 at Cameron Rich.
Starting 5th, that 03 car, Wade Lear. To his outside, the 55 of Thomas Fredericks rolling off P6.
Rolling off P7, we have the 77 machine of Drew Eisman, and rolling off P8, Kevin Finn, the 14, looking to fly to the front.
In 9th position, we have the 18 of Paul Ross, and in the 10th spot, then the 00 of Corey Lindsay.
Starting P11, you got the 22 of Race Clark. To his outside, kind of disappointed with his qualifying effort. You got Johnny Thomas in the 83.
Rolling off P13, we have the 63 of Mike Stevens, and rolling off P14, the 21 of Nathan Young.
In the 15th, 16th positions, we have the 87 of Richard Hines and the 5 of Sam Close.
Starting 17th, that 32 machine of Jeffrey Acree, and to his outside, the number 88 of Rusty Webb, and starting tail end Charlie. The very disappointing lap of 15.9 is Teddy Williams in the 23 machine.
He's going to be eating a lot of dust at the start of this race.
And guys, with only 40 laps in this race, it's gonna be hard to make your way from the back to the front, if not impossible.
I mean, you're looking essentially, if you don't know anything about dirt, and I mean, anyone can pretty much put lap times together. It's like running Bristol. What we're gonna do here. So think about 40 laps at Bristol. It's you can flip your fingers together and pretty much do 40 laps. So you're gonna be on your toes. Probably gonna see a caution or two, I would assume. This many cars together, so play it smart. See if you can get to the front here.
And stay out of trouble as well. As you can see, there's some guys that are having issues getting started. It is hard to go
It
from
is very hard.
0 to moving here in the dirt because you need speed.
You kind of got to mash that gas, and then maybe, hopefully, the front tires set back down.
That's another thing. You can do wheelies in these lovely pieces of engineering.
Especially its bigger cousin, the 410. Now, is it 2 pace laps here or 1?
1, I believe.
Wow, let's just throw you right in it.
Yeah, you're in the fire immediately.
All right, so the pace truck should turn off. No, he's gonna do one more.
I lied to you, Thomas. I'm sorry.
Well, there's no pace lights on that vehicle that work, is there? They're on there. They just didn't work. Thanks, Chevy.
Got to connect the wires apparently for the light bar.
All
Like
right,
a rock.
All right, art department at iRacing, come on now. We got movable cones. Need some flashing lights there. All right, so we hadn't done it in a while. Who you got the money on?
I'm taking that 77 Drew Eisenman.
I'm gonna take the 46 because he's the pole sitter. So
You know what? I can't. I mean, he's been hotter than salsa on a sunburn lately. I'm gonna go with that 33, Peter Short.
green flag in the air. Kyle's gonna lead him here into turn 1. Where do you come up with those phrases?
Oh, I don't know. They just come to me.
Oh, Race Clark got run in the back too there. The 63 Mike Stevens made contact with him. They're all still green, clean, going forward.
Just a little gaggle back there. Oh, look at the dust in the air already. Peter Short holding off a charge there from Matt Hackathorn. Gonna get around him. Cameron Rich trying to follow through. Let's check up and wait there.
Credit to take that position. He's on the high side. He's gonna probably lose a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, in the
Up
mud,
there,
I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Drew Eisenman's around there. Hard contact. Oh boy.
There.
Corey
Oh,
Lindsay got
another
it,
hit late.
so did Johnny Thomas, Jeffrey Cree. I think got a piece of something. He touched the inside pit barrier.
Oh, well, that's an interesting way to write yourself.
What do you do? Rock it back and forth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Wow, those physics are interesting. Cost him a lap though, and I believe the car's probably pretty damaged. I don't believe there's wave arounds in dirt either.
My pick is already done, so
Try again.
okay. 03 Wade Lear.
All right, but we can only give you half the points now since this is your second pick.
That's not fair. That was put in the rules at the start of the race.
Points don't matter; the rules are made up. So.
Okay.
Well, unlike most series, you won't see any pit stops here because there's no pitting.
Yeah, you can't refuel the car, so
Can't put tires on either.
you can go down and wave to your pit crew.
Yeah, you can get some feelings rattled in your teeth driving down pit lane, and they can maybe take a hammer and beat one of those wings back out straight. That's about it.
I never saw the 360 sprints until this race, and I gotta say, they're, as I throw things around, they're putting on quite a show.
Sounds like you're in one now.
Sounds like you fell out of your chair.
He's so excited he just fell out of his chair, but I mean, they're visually, it's like, oh, there's the 360, there's a 410, but yeah, you can kind of see they're a little more racy right off the bat than the 410. All right, looks like we're getting ready to go back green here again. Hand it over to Kyle, see if he can hold off Mr. Short again. Good jump for Peter on the outside that time.
Matt Hackathorn there in that 12 machine's going to be given a mighty push, I imagine. Ooh, Big Short takes the lead.
There he does. He powered around on the outside there.
Kyle was kind of thinking that was going to happen.
Kevin Finn, Wade Lear battling back there for the 6th position, side by side. And yellow flag is back in. We have Jeffrey Acree there in that 32 machine. I believe he got involved. Paul Ross hip checked him into the inside wall.
Yeah, that is a common kind of wreck we've seen since we've seen dirt come out.
Richard Hines also got a piece of that. So. But again, I really don't know. These cars seem like they're built for it tough because there's very little damage that comes when you hit the tires, unless you, cremate the inside wall or outside wall. Then yes, but
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna get back going. I mean, it looks like Eisman kind of took a blunt hit with his and called it a night. I don't know if Paul and them are gonna keep going or not.
Paul Ross shouldn't be too bad. It was just a little bit of a hip check, and I don't know about Jeffrey Acree.
Looks like Acree's pulling to pit lane.
Yeah.
Probably done for the night. I mean, unless I don't know what kind of damage repair they do on these cars, but it might. You don't have long to get much repaired anyway, so.
Yeah, there's no front wing there, Thomas. So
You don't need that,
might be
right?
an issue.
Downforce. He's running a non-winged sprint car and a winged sprint car race.
I'm looking at the field. Paul Ross also does not have a front wing. Let's see, anybody else? I don't know if the trading paint's worked for you guys, but I'm looking at Matt Hackathorn's car. I love the Mopar on the top of the wing there, old school.
Yeah, no, his did
Chrysler
load.
logo.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
All right, we're getting ready to go back green, maybe.
I think Kyle's maybe going to take a little page out of Peter's book here and try the old outside on him.
He might try, yeah, because you get a lot of runoff as the pace truck's diving off pit lane.
Ooh, little
Cameron
bump from
Rich.
Cameron Rich there.
That was Persuader, I think.
Yeah, get that thing in gear, bud.
Thomas Fredericks moves up to the 4th spot. He has his eyes set on Kyle Hanshaw and Matt Hackathorn as they race side by side. Cameron Rich can slide into the frame. Oh, contact in front of him! That's going to be a big one.
Two of your front runners there.
Involved, I believe. Oh, no, we warped through him. That's
It looks like he's kind of pushed out into the 46, and we know what happens from that.
once two cars come together, it's hard to get them apart.
That's a common dirt wreck too, Matt. We've seen it countless times when we've done practice rooms.
Oh yeah, it's just takes a little while to get used to, and then I think everybody will be able to do it a little bit better. It's just such a learning curve, and you can run by yourself all you want, but it's the other cars around you that really help you learn what the car is doing and what to do with the car.
And learn what not to do.
Yeah, that too. And there is
You could-
lights on the pace truck, Thomas. You just noticed.
Yeah, but they're not in the back where I need them.
The blinkers, or reverse lights rather.
Oh yeah, because let's not use that light bar on top of the truck.
It costs too much money.
The thing made for a pace vehicle. I don't think I've ever seen reverse lights blink like that either. That's pretty good design. Maybe Carlos is in there flipping switches. Oh, there they are. If you go, that is the worst light bar I've ever seen designed.
I don't know what kind of a truck only has 4 LED light bar that you can't see the lights coming off. It just looks like colored boxes, but we're working on it.
Maybe that'll be in the build tomorrow. They'll update those lights. Normally they're pretty good with their light package. All right, well, the lights are off. We can finally tell that. We're green here. Is Peter Short going to hold off his teammate this time, Cameron Rich? And let's see where there. Kyle. Is that Thomas Fredericks up in the front? Oh, boy.
That's a caution. Oh, caution is being extended.
I'm going to let him group back up here.
And Fredericks is doing pretty impressive here. This is his first, well, everybody's first dirt series start here in
I was gonna say.
the Three Wide Racing League, but I know he's kind of new to the league. He's run a couple races, I think, but
He might actually
Oh.
do well since we don't have to pit.
that is
Very
true. I see something happened.
As Nathan Young found out, there is no starters on sprint cars. If you kill it, it's dead.
Oh,
Much like an Indy car, you're not gonna bump start it. I just don't understand why these series don't just allow you to run starters. It's pretty simple. If everyone has to run it, it's the same for everybody.
and they extended the caution again. Not sure why.
We'll be almost halfway here, boys.
Is the 21 off the track?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
he's
on
in
pit
the
road.
pits. Yeah, I'd say the 21's night's over now. He's 3 laps down.
Yeah, you'll never get that back here.
No, not if they don't give lucky dogs. Nope, gonna extend it one more time. Gonna see if they can get Nathan Young back in the picture. Not sure if that's gonna be possible. Like I said, Matt, 3 laps, that's pretty much it.
So, why are we doing this?
I believe they're trying to get Nathan Young back on the track, Trey.
And why he's 3 laps down?
That's because, I don't know. He cut his car off and lost 3 laps pretty much because he had to tow back out. Not sure why they extended the caution for it. Like we said, first race, gonna have to work the bugs out. Regardless, Peter Short is your leader, and Cameron Rich is on his outside and gonna bring him back to the green here.
Good start
Quick
there.
green here, wow. Straight
Thomas
to green.
Fredericks makes a slide up there in front of Kyle Hanshaw. He's gonna be eyeing up these two.
Ooh, 46 used all the track back there. Oh, we're gonna have a little more contact with Wade Lear. Finally saved it, and it's still good.
That's a mess of people there.
That's a little gaggle. I'm gonna go for the lead. Gaggle for what's that? 4th on back.
Oh, we got Jess Story in the chat. He says, "What's up, guys?"
Jess, where you at, man?
Yeah, where you at? Why aren't you racing? Or are you busy reporting Twitter accounts?
Oh my.
Yes, we know everything.
We see y'all.
We are in tune.
Well,
Sometimes, yeah.
ready
Lap
to
25.
work over Peter Short here. Not having any luck yet.
They all seem to be pretty even there, the 17, 33, and 55. And it's going to be voting for a good finish here.
In case we didn't mention, which I think anyone who watches this regular knows, this is a fixed league, so yes, this is a fixed dirt setup. So that would make some sense as to why you can't just pull away from the guy.
So you can't, I don't believe you can move the wings either, can you, Thomas?
I don't believe so, not in a fixed set. So whatever it's stuck with, you're kind of stuck with that.
Which is a little bit better because it's hard enough to try to drive the car, let alone click buttons to change the wing setting.
You can have those presets set, and I believe you can actually map one to a pedal to change the degree. It's like driving an F1 car.
Oh, wow.
Screw that.
Exactly.
Well, I only know that because our good friend Robbie Burgers tried to map a button to it in his wheel, and it required almost, I guess, like the angle of it. It required like a pedal to set, and he set it to his gas pedal and couldn't unset that pedal.
Oh,
So he had a gas pedal set as a
that's
wing.
good.
So if you do that, you do have to reset all of your controls. So.
Well, so Jess Story says he's not competing because CPU wouldn't be stable enough. I do recall he's been having some computer issues this year.
That is true. Dirt does take a little bit more intensive intensive computer parts to run there because you have to run the dynamic track surface.
Oh, Fredericks makes a mistake. Those two
Couple
spots, man.
spots.
And we're 7 laps, 6 laps, 8 laps to go this time.
We're a number to go at some point, I'm sure. You might want to look at the ticker because it will tell you.
I don't have that.
No, it's just the fans can keep along there and not
I'm
have
a
to listen
fan
to
also.
us.
I can't do that. Can't lie like that. I can't watch and do this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear me.
I tell you what, they're not going to be able to hear Cameron Rich if he keeps laying down consistent laps like that.
And Short's only a couple thousands off him, but Cameron Rich
That's
just
all it
not making
takes here.
mistakes. Yeah.
That was what was that, a 12 to a 13, so that's splitting doll hairs there.
I like that line that Peter Short ran there. Get real close to that inside wall. That's what I always try to do here because I feel like that's how you get the most for the car.
Yeah, I feel like because it's still grippy down there, Matt, no one's ran down there a whole lot. You can get a little more momentum, and it's obviously the shortest way around. So.
You see, he keeps picking up a little bit by little bit there. He ran almost half a tenth quicker that lap than Cameron Rich.
But can he get him? That's the question.
Don't have many laps to go, so he's going to have to really turn the wick up here.
Remember, this is the first dirt race, so you're going to, no matter what, you can never win another dirt race all year. You will be the first dirt winner in 3-wide. Talk about that one mistake from Fredericks there. Matt still hasn't rebounded from that. Probably going to finish fifth unless he can maybe get by the battling Wade Lear and Cal Hanchik on here.
For the white flag this time, guys. The checker coming out.
The checker this time looks like Cameron Rich is going to hold off Peter Short, get the first dirt win of the year.
Won his heat, then he won the main.
No surprise. They told us when we started this year that that Cameron Rich guy would be pretty quick, and they weren't lying. As Peter Short hits the pit wall coming into pit lane. Very tough pit lane to get on.
Yeah, it is. It's damn near impossible.
Wow, that was hot, fast, and over in a hurry.
Yeah, it was. And Kyle Hanshaw gets third position there. That's pretty good for him. No, that's not what he wanted after starting on the pole.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm sure he wanted more than that, but it's the first race, so it's pretty solid performance.
Some wheelies from Cameron Rich. Oh my lord. I don't think we'll be using that car at any other tracks there, guys.
Alrighty, I guess we'll start firing up those post-race interviews here.
Start grabbing
Yes, sir.
That was quite the burnout there.
Yeah, it was probably best celebration I've seen all year. One way to finish off the night and the car.
Not seeing our third place runner here.
There he is. I got
there
him.
He is, yeah.
Started on the pole, finished third. I think he got caught kind of short when that 33 car passed him on the outside for the lead there. But still entertaining. Very first race here in the Drive for SP Dirt Series here. Kyle, tell us about your race tonight, buddy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Well, Kyle, looks like you had a pretty stout car. Did fairly good in your heat, but maybe, like Trey said, caught a little short there with Peter Short getting you on the outside on one of those restarts.
Yeah, the track was pretty crazy during the heat races and all throughout practice. Those bumps on the front stretch were insane. But yeah, in the feature, I was pretty comfy. I just got a bad jump on that last restart, and Peter got by me, and yeah, I tried to make it up, and got caught up in a little um, wreck coming off of four. Uh, I was going to get run up into the wall and let off the gas, and he clipped the wall, and I ended up T-boning him, but saved it somehow and brought it home third. So it was a pretty good night.
Can you say how much the track changed there tonight? I know we only ran 40 laps, but there was 19 cars percolating around that track. So did it change a lot, or was it kind of the same as it was when the session started?
It had a little bit of change in the feature, which I was kind of glad. I know the last practice race we had, they started it at like 20%, and it really didn't change all throughout the feature. But tonight it had a little bit of change going on with it, which was cool. Mostly, it was pretty much the same for qualifying, but it worked out good.
Alrighty, well, Kyle, before we let you go, anybody need to give a shout out to, or thank, or yell at tonight?
No, nobody to yell at. It was a fairly decent race, pretty clean for the most part for the first race of the season. I'd just like to thank my buddy Johnny Thomas for helping me out with all this iRacing stuff. This is my first season in a league, and I've had iRacing for like probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and just like to thank all the people that watch me, especially my girlfriend Jessica. She really supports me with all I do with this, and I appreciate that. And thanks to Corey for the putting on the league, and for you guys doing the broadcast. You guys do an awesome job, and for the league sponsor, thank them for all they do. It's pretty cool for a pretty cool cause. So that's about it.
Well, no, wait a minute. He said Jessica was his girlfriend. I thought Jessica was I'm totally confused. We're gonna leave that one alone. Outstanding race tonight. Pretty good premiere for the 3 wide on dirt. We look forward to seeing you again, Kyle.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Never
don't
know
touch
what
that
kind
one,
of
Trey.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I grabbed him out of thin air. He's been hotter than salsa on a sunburn lately, but he just came up a little short tonight. Started third, finished second, made that power move around Kyle Hanshaw on the outside to take the lead, but kind of got snookered by that number 17 machine of Cameron Rich. Tell us about your race, Peter.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight. I love driving these dirt cars, and it's fun to actually get a field of 19 cars and everyone slinging them sideways. The track had a lot more usage in those heat races, and the track was a lot of fun driving those heat races. The track just didn't evolve as much as I would have liked it to in the race. It seemed like it wasn't able to develop a second groove at all. It was kind of a low line, and I was able to get that really good restart around Hanshaw, and I guess Cam saw it and he learned from it. It seemed like for whatever reason I went back and I watched the replay, and it seemed like I hit the gas the same time Cam did. My car just bogged down, and Cam was able to get a really good restart around the outside of me, and tried to get him back, just couldn't quite pull it off in 3 and 4.
Well, Peter, were you surprised? I just heard you mention that. You surprised the track didn't kind of change a little bit more once you got 19 cars out there? Because we've seen in official races, you don't have much of a longer race than that in the field. The track does seem to kind of widen out more, but you guys are definitely using a lot of that bottom groove still.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising that the track didn't change more. I know when we ran a test race this past Thursday, the track didn't change very much in race conditions. It changed a lot in practice then, and it just didn't change much in the race then either. So I don't know if there's some setting somewhere in iRacing that doesn't progress the track as fast. I haven't looked into that myself, but definitely the high line didn't quite come in. It was more just that low line. And towards the end there, I know we had a lot of caution laps. That probably didn't help the track evolution, but it was a lot of fun nonetheless. Just bringing that car, I think I was able to maybe pull a little bit on Cameron those last 5 laps and make it a little bit more interesting. But with that low line being as strong as it was, there really wasn't much room to make a pass unless you hit the bumps on the front stretch badly, because those bumps, they were just starting to form, and those things caused havoc in the heat races. So it would have been cool to have a little bit more track usage, but that's just the nature of how these dirt races go, and sometimes it plays into your advantages and other times it doesn't.
I answered all the questions I had, so.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and I'm glad we were finally able to do this in 3 wide. It's a shame I wasn't quite able to come up with the first dirt win, but Cameron got it, and there's no better racer for me to race side by side against than Cameron. I trust him, raced him for a long time, and it's cool. Never raced with Cameron on dirt before. Everything we've done for the past 10 years that I've known him has been on asphalt or concrete, and now we get to do it on dirt, so it's pretty cool.
Well, before we let you go, I can tell you if he brags about it, you can say, "Well, I was in championship hangover from last night, so I'll let you have it."
Yeah, last night was good to get that 3 Rock Championship. But we're thinking points, and a second place and the second place in the heat race as well. That's a good points day, and I'm sure a time will come when one of us has a little bit of a hiccup, and second place is a good finish points day.
Alrighty, before we let you go, Peter, anybody you need to thank, yell at, or plug?
Thanks for iRacing for bringing in the dirt service. It's a lot of fun.
Alrighty, Trey, you know what to do with them. See if you can find our winner.
Yeah, it's like everybody's in different TeamSpeak
Yeah.
channels. So yeah, I'm looking around. Oh, there he is. Without warning, winner, chicken dinner, the inaugural 3 wide drive for SP Dirt Series winner. Driver of that number 17 machine, Cameron the Wall Rider Rich. Tell us about your race, man.
Well, I kind of got lucky there because I saw 2 cars careening off the outside wall in front of me and smashing the inside wall, and I probably should have been in it. But I guess it was one on that restart. I guess we both went on the same time, but just my car went. I don't know, a little bit lucky, I'd say, but it was fun. Definitely, the heat races were absolutely friggin' insane. Like, we were jumping all over the track. It was like Supercross. Or motocross, since we're outdoors, I guess. But I was expecting that high line to kind of form a little bit into the race, the main race, because we started the track with 30% wear, I think, and it just didn't. So that's probably something we should probably look at, is maybe a little bit more, just to get that high line in. I would like to see that.
Yeah, I think we all would. We saw a little bit in the heats. Wade Lear was trying to make it work, but like you said, just didn't really come in enough in the main race. Do you plan on running dirt all season? I guess maybe a stupid question now that you won the first one, but some of these guys are just kind of playing around, not sure if they're gonna run the whole year. But any plans for yourself to run the whole year?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. It's really fun. It's a lot different than running asphalt, and definitely, if we can get our main races to be like the heat races were, that would be something incredible, because those were. I've never had anything like that in my life, with that bump on the front stretch. Like, I don't know, kind of felt like Ricky Carmichael there, but it was really, really fun.
Well, Cameron, since you're running the whole season, what are the kind of other kind of dirt tracks you're looking forward to here? I know we have 4 already in the service, more coming. What are the ones we have now? What do you think would be the most fun?
Honestly, Matt, I don't know a thing about dirt. I never watched it in my life. Like, never. I don't know anything about it. The first time I've ever done anything dirt or watched anything dirt was on iRacing. So I thought the track tonight was pretty fun, at least when it was worn out to hell, and you know I would probably like the flat tracks more because you kind of have to brake probably, but I'd like to
Not
see the Chili
much.
Bowl. The Chili Bowl would be pretty cool. I think that's pretty small, isn't it? It's indoor too.
Yeah, it's indoor. I'm not even gonna guess location. Like you, I don't watch a lot of dirt racing, so that'd be a good track. But trust me, you've got plenty of variety coming up this season, especially if they keep adding more dirt tracks in.
Oh yeah, I'm probably one of the very many iRacing users that have actually started paying attention to some dirt stuff because of the content on the game. But it's really fun. I mean, just even when it's really hard to pass, it really is fun because it's so different and the track changes so much. But I would just like to see a little bit more wear in the track so we can get that high line because that second heat race was just something else. Wade made an awesome move on Drew, and that was just really fun to watch as a fan myself.
All right, Cameron. Inaugural winner. There can only be one. You did it tonight. Before we let you go, anybody like to give those shout outs to?
Our sponsor, Drive for Suicide Prevention. That's a really awesome cause that I'm so glad is sponsoring our series. It's nice to see things like that in iRacing and just my team, Drew and Peter and Race. Race doesn't race for the team in dirt, but I'm still gonna give him a shout out because we all love your Race still, even though you ditched us. But yeah, just the usual people. You guys for putting up with us, watching us drive around circles every week, and it's pretty fun. And my girlfriend for putting up with me too. The other 6 days of the week.
All right, Cameron. We appreciate it, and good luck the rest of this dirt season.
Thanks, guys. You have a good night.
All right, guys, before we go, since this is the inaugural race, we got a new sponsor. I thought I would bring in Corey Lindsay, league owner, big league admin. Let him plug his sponsor a little bit. Tell us who they are. All right, we got league owner Corey Lindsay. First official dirt race tonight for Three Rod Racing. Pretty exciting. The heats were a little bit different. The race, I think, was very fun to watch. But tell us about the league sponsor. They're new to our broadcast.
Yeah, I want everybody to check them out. It's Drive for SP Suicide Prevention. Kind of a cool deal. They do a bunch of different special events on iRacing, and they try to really bring out the awareness of suicide prevention through sim racing. They ran a couple of different races. I think one at Daytona, and just last week they ran one calling it the Indianapolis 250. But they got one coming up. It's at Talladega. I think they're still working out the details, but it's a cool deal. It's cool to be a part of, and I think everybody should go give them a check out. I'm sure there'll be something on the iRacing forum. We can all check it out as they get it going.
Well, Corey, if our viewers want to check out their website, is there anywhere they can go to check them out?
No website, but on Twitter it's Drive, DRIVE 4SP. That's what you need to do to check them out.
I also know if you follow Three Wide Racing on Twitter, you guys posted out a link to their page and also a PayPal link. And I know Thomas Morris posted something up on chat, so be sure to go check them out. It's a good cause. Should be a fun, exciting series, Corey. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I hope it was enjoyable to commentate and watch.
Yeah, it was, and we appreciate it, Corey. We look forward to many more weeks to come.
Alrighty, thank you.
That's a good cause and a good series there, Trey.
Yeah, it was an exciting race. Pretty exciting, the first one. So mark that down in your record books. Cameron Walratter Rich, the inaugural dirt winner here at Three Wide Racing.
Oh, someone's been reading chat, haven't they?
No, I never pay attention to chat.
That's my line now. Come on. I'm sure Windows running you through the results. Yes, as I see them 30 seconds delayed on my own feed. You can read pretty much. We've figured that out by now. People have told us they can read the results. So there they are. Any final thoughts, Matt, Trey, before we wrap her up?
Great race, and we got quite a few more to come. So hope you liked it.
I agree. Great race, great series. Look forward to more.
Looks like we will be back again next Sunday, the 11th, covering USA in the 360s here for the dirt. And as always, next Monday we'll be back with the Cup Series, live in action from a track I can't remember on the schedule.
Five
One
Flags
click.
Speedway, I believe.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
correct, Matt.
so from one short track in the dirt to one very interesting short track in the Cup cars. But until then, we'll see you next Sunday.
See ya!